everyone, and welcome to our first book talk on The Blood of Olympus by Riordan. Blood of Olympus is the last book in the whole Percy Jackson franchise, and so going into it, I was already feeling emotional. I picked it up and I'm like, this is it. And it really got to me. And I had such high expectations for the book. I thought, yes, this is going to be the best book in the whole entire franchise. But to be honest, I was a little disappointed. For those of you who don't know, Percy Jackson is two series of books, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and also Heroes of Olympus, focusing on Percy Jackson, who is a demigod, so he is half mortal, half god. His father is Poseidon. Percy Jackson and the Olympian focuses on Percy and him going on all these adventures with his two friends, Grover and Annabeth. They save the world multiple times, and it's just great watching their relationships grow and how powerful Percy is becoming. We go to the next series, Heroes of Olympus. Things have changed a little bit. 7 heroes. So we've got Percy, Annabeth, Leo, Piper, Jason, Hazel, and Frank. And this book is the last book in the Heroes of Olympus series. And so we're expecting a big showdown between Gaia and the 7. That was my little summary of Percy Jackson. I have missed out a heap of vital information, so I suggest that you go and read Percy Jackson and then come back and we can review Blood of Olympus together. I had many opinions on this book and they all contained spoilers, so just for you guys that want to know what I thought of it, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I think the people who don't want to hear spoilers should leave, read the book, and then come back, as I said before. So I'll see you guys soon, and yeah, bye non-spoiler people! I'll miss you, have fun reading the book. This book, there were a lot of pros and cons, so let's get into it. To start off with, we will talk about the cons to get them out of the way, and then we can focus on the amazing aspects. Let's start with talking about the points of views present in the book. There was no Percy or Annabeth point of view throughout the whole entire book. I was expecting at least one little tiny bit of Percy. Instead, we got way too much Jason. You guys probably don't really know this because we haven't really spoken yet. I haven't really told you guys my thoughts about the Percy Jackson series, or any other series for that matter, but I hate Jason. I can't stand him. When he got stabbed at the start of this book, I was having a little party. There's no way he could survive that wound through his stomach. I mean, it came out the other side. Seriously, how do you survive? But no, Jason survived. I was hoping for some Percy, you know? We all want to see Percy. We love Percy. Everyone loves Percy. Oh, I just really wanted Percabeth in this book. I was looking forward to it. Another thing with the point of views, I thought there was a bit too much focusing on the Athena statue and getting that to Camp Half-Blood. I mean, I loved hearing from Nico and Raina. There's some really awesome characters and we get to see them develop. And that was really great. I really loved seeing that, but I think we could have just had one point of view, so then we could have had more time to have a Percy chapter or an Annabeth chapter. Ugh. Another thing with Percy and Annabeth, in this book, they seem to be background characters. I thought I would never use those words together, Percy and Annabeth, background characters, but no, they were. It just felt like it was focusing more on Piper and Jason and stupid Jason, and I just don't get it. We didn't really get to see any character development other than Nico and Raina. And I loved how they developed as characters. It was so nice to watch them. I wanted to see more from others. Leo is my favourite character. He is up the top of my all-time favourites. He's up there with Harry Potter and Peter Malark and Katniss Everdeen. I wanted to see more from him. This book made me sad for the wrong reasons. The last and the major con for this book was the fact that the battle ended so quickly. Let me give you some perspective. We are fighting Gaia. We all know who Gaia is. The whole entire world. She is meant to be this unstoppable force That is why the Seven are trying to keep her asleep, because there is no way that they can defeat Gaia once she wakes up. Gaia ends up waking up, and the way that they get around this and defeat her is they lure her into the sky. Her husband is the sky, and Uranus could protect Gaia, so they lure her up to the sky. With Leo on Hephaestus, he is doing some fiery, cool Hephaestus thing, and then they end up blowing up Gaia, and that's it. It ends within a chapter. I don't understand how it happened. How did it end so quickly? I wasn't happy with the battle. For me personally, I was hoping for like this much of the book to be battling Gaia. That would have been so amazing. But no, it was done within a chapter. Moving on to the prose, and there were a lot of stuff that I liked in this book. I really liked how Leo had Calypso as a motivation to keep going, and that I just thought that was so beautiful, because in the other books he didn't have that motivation. He watched as all his friends got into relationships and had someone to fight for, while he was the seventh wheel. And another thing about Leo, I loved how he sacrificed himself. I know that he had this whole plan to use that curse thing. I've forgotten what it's called. I know he had that plan, but there was a really big chance that it could go wrong. If Festus didn't get it into him in time, he would be dead. And he knew that. He knew that that could happen. And I'm just so proud of Leo for doing that, because that's some good character development there that's happened over the past few books for him to want to sacrifice himself. Another thing about Leo and Calypso, I would have liked to have seen a chapter at the end with Leo and Calypso flying back to Camp Half-Blood, and like Leo telling all his friends that he's still alive, and like seeing interactions between Calypso and Percy, and Calypso and Annabeth, because you know they've got a bit of tension there. Another thing with Leo, as you guys know, I love the Hunger Games. Like, it's my major fandom, and Leo being one of my most favourite characters, putting it together would just be beautiful. It made my heart skip a beat when Leo said, "Look, lady, we're not going to go all Hunger Games on each other. It isn't going to happen." He referenced the Hunger Games. Leo referenced the Hunger Games. My two favourite things coming together just makes me so excited. I really adored the friendship between Raina, Annabeth and Piper. Such powerful women figures in this whole series. They're all so powerful, they know how to fight, they're all really smart. And another friendship that I really adored was between Nico and Raina, how that developed over the book. How it was kind of like a brother-sister bond. It was really nice to see that, and they were both opening up to each other. It was also really awesome seeing from Nico's point of view, and seeing that he actually did like Percy, and he still kind of does. When I read in House of Hades that Nico has a crush on Percy, I didn't really believe it. But then reading this book and reading from Nico's point of view, I honestly believed it by the end of the book, because he talks about what he liked in Percy, and it shows him pushing down his emotions for Percy. And another thing about Nico, the Will Solace development, I was so happy to read that. Oh, it just made me so happy for Nico. He's finally found someone that really cares about him. Will Solace wasn't afraid of Nico. Oh, him talking to Percy at the end saying, "Yeah, I just thought to let you know that I had a crush on you, but I don't anymore because you're not my type." And then I can just imagine Percy just going around and not being able to let it go that Percy isn't Nico's type. Okay, so that's all from me for today. Just a quick recap. Overall, I thought that this book was quite rushed. We didn't go into great detail about anything in particular. There were a few point of views that I think we could have done without, such as Jason, obviously. There were also no major deaths, which kind of bugged me, but I did actually like this book. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought it was a good end to the Percy Jackson series, a good goodbye to all the seven. Not so much Percy and Annabeth, because we didn't really get their point of view, we didn't really see much of them. yeah, I'm just gonna really miss Percy Jackson because he was always something that I could fall back on. Once the Hunger Games finished, I could go back and know that there were still more Percy Jackson books coming out. This is me saying goodbye to Percy. If you liked this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also like my Facebook page, Fiction Freaks. I will put a link in the description for you. If you have any suggestions of books that you want me to read or movies to watch, because I will also do some movie reviews if you really want me to, just leave a comment in the comment section and I will get around to it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video and I will see you guys very soon for another book talk. See ya! DFTBA!